Hey guys, how are we going? Hopefully we're all feeling fantastic today and all having great weeks. Apologies for no video blog last Friday. We were all pretty much down with the flu last week, unfortunately. So I didn't want to post one with me sneezing and sniffling up here. So yeah, but we're back and good to hit the ground running. So let's have a chat. All right, today we're talking about interval training. Some of you might have heard of it, some of you might have done it, some of you might have done it and not even know that you've done it. But let me explain what interval training is and the principles behind it and how it can benefit your workouts to each and every one of you. Now, the way that interval training works is it's periods of higher intensity interspersed with periods of lower intensity. And the benefits of interval training is it can get you working at a higher intensity than what you can be used to and get you working those for longer periods. And the way that we do that is we intersperse those higher intensity efforts with periods of easy recovery. Now, just picture yourself on a treadmill now. We've all got kind of, I guess, different cruising speeds. So some of you might be walking at 6 or 7, some of you might be running at 3.5 minute K pace, who knows, but we've all got a cruising speed that we're fairly comfortable with, it can breathe comfortably and work within those confines. But what happens is sometimes that we do that too regularly and we don't work our upper limit regularly or hard enough to really get a good benefit out of it. And the good thing is with interval training, you can get a really good result in a short space of time. Now let's say you're cruising along at 7 and I was to ask you, alright, jump it up to 11 for me and do that for 10 minutes. Well, you'd probably die after about 2. And so you would be able to work at 11 for 10 minutes. But what if I said to you, okay, how about we go to 11, but what we'll do is we'll do 30 seconds of 11 and 30 seconds at 5, and then 30 seconds 11 and 30 seconds at 5, and do that 10 or 15 times, and all of a sudden you've done 10 minutes at 11, but you've given yourself that adequate recovery. And that is the benefit of interval training. It just gets you working at that higher intensity. Because you get that recovery, you can do it and do it and do it again. And as time goes by, not only do you become much fitter and more efficient, but it's a very, very effective fat burner. Very, very effective because you can shorten your workout space and make it more efficient. If you did that 2 times a week, then my God, the results that you're going to see are going to be tremendous. With that being said, you shouldn't do interval training back-to-back every day. It's probably too intense. You're not going to give yourself adequate recovery. I recommend an interval session once, maybe twice a week. So if you come into the gym 3 times a week, you can incorporate 2 sessions, and they can all be different. You can have 30 seconds on, 30 seconds on, 1 minute on, 1 minute off. You can do 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, 45 seconds on, 45 seconds off. There's so many different variations of it. I'm not going to go through 1,000 different workouts here, but the good news is what we've done at the club is on our nightlife information screens that flash up when you're on the treadmills, we're actually doing a workout of the week. And each week you'll see a new interval session up on the screens. So if you're bored and you're walking at 5 or 6 on the treadmill, and I see it every day, have a look at the workout of the week and give it a go. Now what I just want to talk to you about is when we're doing interval training is the intensity scale. Now look, there's a few ways you can monitor it. The first one and the most basic one is what we call the PRE, or perceived rate of exertion. And the way I like to discuss it is that 1 is me sitting right here, okay, chatting to you guys, and 10 is an all-out sprint that I could maybe last for 10 or 15 seconds for. And so the manner in which we use our interval training is that we probably want to have our recoveries at about a 5 and our hard efforts between 8 and a 9 out of 10. Okay, so 8 or 9 out of 10 should be uncomfortable. It should feel quite challenging. But that speed will be different for different people, for really conditioned people versus new people. But it's really the effort is the same. It's just the speed that you're going will be different. And so yeah, use that rate out of 10 to guide your intensity. So if you don't have any fancy gadgets like a heart rate monitor or power meter or one of those fancy things. Really, just ask yourself out of 10. So about a 7 out of 10, you'd probably be able to sustain the effort for maybe half an hour to an hour. An 8 out of 10 would be maybe 20 minutes. A 9 out of 10 would be 5 minutes, and a 10 out of 10 would be 10 seconds. Okay, so that's your first way you can judge it. The second way you can judge it is go out and get yourself a heart rate monitor from your eBay, local stores or whatever, and then that gives you a very, very, very good guide as to exactly how hard you're working. It's not 100% accurate, but it gives you it does really, really help you with your intensities, and sometimes can actually help you not only from being under training but also overtraining, because your heart rate might actually be escalating too high and preventing you from recovering. So that's the other option. You can get fairly good ones. My personal recommendations are either Polar or Garmin. Basically, they're the two biggest technologies and the ones that are the easiest to work with. All our treadmills work with Garmin's and Polars as well, so you can go out and get yourself one of those if you want to take it to the next level. Otherwise, use your rate of perceived exertion as a way of guiding your intensity. So yeah, we're going to have that workout of the day up on the screens. So yeah, that should help take our training to the next level. Or if you want to do interval training, come in and do an Indo row class or an RPM class or even a boxing session. A lot of the group fitness classes use exactly the same principles as for interval training. I know in Indo row and RPM, it's really 45 minutes of high intensity interspersed with recovery. Great way of getting results faster, guys, and a great way of improving your fitness if you do it, twice a week or so. So, yeah, any questions, comments, pop them in the section below. And I'll probably have another video blog maybe on Monday or Tuesday next week to catch up for the one that we missed out on the previous week. Yeah, so we'll see you in the club. Ciao for now. Bye.